Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever tier list on the channel. So pretty much what we're gonna be doing is getting these Loomians and putting them in their tiers, with like in the meta game right now. What I think their tier is right now in the meta game. So yeah, now who should we start off with? I think we'll start with the starters. And these aren't their actual tiers. I'm just putting the starters up so it's easier for me. Okay, Nami, Burn, Reptile, Xenite, Tatab, Corpray, Vesp, and Zwonk. Okay, Valkyrie. Okay, Valkyrie's are A or A minus. Because I'm more biased towards this thing because I love Valkyrie, I'm gonna put it in A. It could be A minus, but I'll put it A. This thing, it hits really hard, especially with the amount of coverage it has. Just Gamma Pulse Raging Howl alone is just insane coverage. Raging Howl hits what Gamma Pulse can't hit, and Gamma Pulse hits what Raging Howl can't hit, which is just insanely good. It also has other really good moves, such as Radiant Forecast, Flash and Flee, Metal Blast, Air Blade, even in some cases Power Focus, which is really good right now. It's also Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is one really like used move. Oh, sorry, a good move on it. It's just highly used. Yeah, so I think Valkyrie is probably like an A tier right now. It's really good in my opinion, and it just hits so hard, and it has like a decent speed tier, like 75, and it's like 125 range attack. It's got a good energy base stat, and it's also got pretty decent bulk. It has good range bulk, and this melee bulk's also not too bad either. Alright, Himber. Himber is like a B minus tier. I'm gonna put it in B minus maybe. Actually, I'll put it in B. This thing has Ice and Earth is just a really good typing right now. The one thing, but Icicle Traps can be good, but there's just so many fire types, and there's usually always a fire type on the team, so that's literally all you have to do. So you send in Timber, set up Icicle Traps, switch to a fire type, and while Timber literally accomplished nothing, you just wasted energy. But this thing does have good, it does do a lot of damage as well, which is basically, it has like the base 94 stupid attack, I'm pretty sure. And it's got Awakening with like good stab as well, with like Earthquake and Vintage Fury. And you can set up Icicle Traps, like I said, and you also have Quicksand to trap things in. So that's pretty good, but this thing also doesn't have reliable recovery, so this thing just gets like completely chipped down. But this thing does have a high HP and range defense stat. It's got, well, sorry, high HP and melee defense stat with a decent range defense stat. But still, that's just, it's this thing also does that. Well, actually, no, it has a decent amount of utility, but yeah, Icicle Trap's kind of useless right now. So yeah, I think Timber is a solid B tier right now. Okay, next, Luminami. Okay, Luminami is all the way in A. Actually, I'll put it in S. That's for Luminami. Luminami is one of the best Lumians in the game, in my opinion. It can just do so much. It has good ability, good moves, and it has really good stats as well. With this thing, it's got so many moves. So like it has like Maroon, Gamma Pulse, Flash Pulse, Peace of Mind, Rejuvenate, Mega Chomp, Chili Chomp, Thunder Chomp, Hydro Slash. I feel like there's a couple more I'm missing, but this thing just has so many moves. Oh yeah, Rejuvenate, if I haven't said that already. This thing is just, it can just do so much. You can run like Mega Chomp for like plant types such as like Tatab, or you can also run Chili Chomp. I feel like Mega Chomp is better because it does more damage, and you can also hit Tatab, which is one of the best counters to this thing. Like Luminami can literally hit what counters it, which is insanely good. You have Power Napper with Flash and Flee. That was a really good ability. That's just a really good combo right there. So because Luminami is really run slow in this metagame, and it's also a melee wall right now, you tank the melee hit, then you're slower, and then you use Flash and Flee, you get your health back, and you can switch it to whatever you need to without it being touched at all, which is just insanely good right now. I can just hit so much, it hit decently hard as well. And it's just like all the other starters, it has a good energy stat. So, moving on. Let's go on to Reptile. Reptile's like a worse, like a hella worse Luminami. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is. I'll put in like, it's not too bad though. It's usable, that's for sure. I'll put in, I hate this thing so much, by the way. No one ever uses it, and after like, whenever I find someone using it, I always just screw it over. I'll put it in like C+. This thing is just Luminami, but way worse. It tanks better, but that's it really. It can't hit as hard. It doesn't have as much energy, and Luminami's moves are kind of expensive too, so. Yeah, and it can't really run Flash Free. It needs Rejuvenate, then it might take too much damage. Yeah, but you can set up with Peace of Mind, which is pretty good. You can boost your range defense, but I feel like Reptile's probably a C+ tier though. Moving on, okay. Raburn's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I'll put it in B? I think B is fine. It counters Hunter and Tap really well. It has Slap Down, which is also really good. You can just slap an item off for free, and you have Chase Down, which is just free chip.
I hate Chase Down.
Which is also really good. And this thing can just wall melee hits really well, especially with Terrifying, and Drop of Youth with Robust. It has Flame Kick as well, so it can hit decently hard too. It's pretty much, it's kind of like Seer Knight, but probably not as good as Seer Knight, but it can tank Tap way better than Seer Knight too. Seer Knight. That's it really. Yeah, Raburn, I think Raburn's really good. Yeah, I think it's just really good. Okay. Seer Knight. Seer Knight, B+ for me. When I use Seer Knight, it doesn't do too much, but the thing is, the teams I use it in, it's really bad. They're really bad with it, but whenever I use a good team with it, this thing can do really well. It has like almost the same moves as Raburn, but it's on Rapid Fire, which I forgot to mention on Raburn. Yeah, this thing has Rapid Fire for burning things, but this thing has Searing Steel, so this thing hits really hard. I can tank really well on the melee side, especially with Terrifying. I personally am gonna run a very brawny set with Awakening, because I feel like I'd rather have my Seer Knight hitting things hard. And not much can really switch in on this thing. I'm pretty sure this thing can 2-shot very robust Luminami with very brawny and Awakening. Wait, I'll check. Hold on. Damage calculator. Okay. Let's get a Seer Knight in here. Seer Knight. Melee attack. 200. Oops. 200. Very brawny. Awakening. And probably Metal Essence. I'll get Searing Steel in here. Okay, let's get Luminami in here. Okay, Luminami one's 192 HP, I think. I'm pretty sure one's 192, but we'll give it 200 with 200 melee defense. Very robust with the heavy armor. Okay, let's see how much damage Seer Knight can do.
You're insane, Jarvis!
It's pretty much a 2-hit KO right there. It's a 98% chance. What if you do 192? That's a 99.6% chance, so it's almost guaranteed a 2-hit KO. That just shows how hard. That's just wow. That's on Luminami too. Yeah, so that's why you probably want to run very brawny. Awakening, but it's really up to you. So that's the thing. This thing used to be able to counter Tatab, but the thing is, Jungle Jutsu is now super effective against it, so that kind of just held this thing down. If it could, like, if it wasn't super effective against it, I probably would have put like A or A minus, but now it's probably like a B plus right now because Tatab's everywhere right now. So yeah, it also has like slap down for utility, which is really good. Get hit hard, tanks pretty well too. Yeah, I think it's actually a good Loomian to use, but it's not like top tier. Anyway, Tatab's Tatab's like A or A plus. By the way, sorry if you hear me like breathing and like a lot. It's because like I'm getting tired from talking. I hate talking so much, but hey, okay. I think I'll put Tatab in A. Actually, I'll put it in A. It can counter this. It hits this insanely hard with Jungle Jutsu. It just has really good coverage right now. Jungle Jutsu. Again, you don't do anything to this. Bushwhack, Jungle Jutsu, Bushwhack, Jungle Jutsu. It just hits so much and insanely hard as well because this thing has like the second highest melee attack in the whole game, right behind Trumbull right now, which is insanely good, especially with its awakening ability and the amount of buffs it got this update. Wonder Herb got buffed, so did Jungle Jutsu. Well, kind of got nerfed at the same time, but so did Awakening. So this thing got like 3 buffs right there, which is insanely good. It also has Poison as well, so you can predict a swap in or something like that. And also Wonder Herb to administer it to your team, which is really good. So I think Tatab's really good right now. Okay, you gotta speed up. Like, how long have I been recording for? 11 minutes. Okay, it's gonna be a long video if I don't speed up. Okay, Torpray. C plus or maybe C. C plus. This thing is fast, can hit decently hard, and it's got good coverage, just like Valkyrie. That's one thing, but this thing is just really fast. Can it outspeed Reptile? Can it? Hold up. I think it actually can. Ooh, I think it's actually 1 speed off. It might be. No, I can't. It can't be nimble, smart nimble Reptile, but not very nimble. Okay, and yeah, this thing can hit pretty hard. It has Metal Blast as well. Like, it has like the same coverage as Nami, but it just can't tank as well, which is kind of holding it down like a lot. Because you probably don't want more replicas on it. This thing's more of an offensive Loomian. It's like an offensive Loomian that I just can't break through the walls that are right here right now, like Timber, Nami, and stuff like that. Yeah. There's just too many tanks for this thing. Vesperati, this thing is an A+. Just immediately off the bat, A+. I use this thing on almost every single team. I could honestly move it to S. It could honestly be the best Loomian for me right now. Ignore that. I love this thing so much. But I think I'm gonna put it A+ though. I do run Airblade, mainly so I can hit to Clips and Garbantis. This thing can slap off items so well. You run very brawny, Dark Essence, with Sharp Claws, and you have like the 200 million attack and all that. And holy crap, this thing is slapping off items so hard, especially if it's super effective. Let's see how hard Vesp can hit on a Luminami, a very robust Luminami with heavy armor. Which actually lets it hit harder. We'll do 200 HP. Let's see how hard Vesp can hit. Okay. I think about 20 melee defense. Yeah, I did okay. 200. With the heavy armor. Okay. Let's get a Vesp in here. A very brawny Vesp. Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't run very brawny. I do run brawny nimble, which I personally prefer. I like to have my Vesp brought really speedy, but let's see. This thing can also very brawny Vesp brought can also make Warwick's boast I guess useless, so it'll get -1 because this thing has the same exact melee attack stat as Warwick, especially with the very run. So this thing's melee attack will go down. We got Sharp Claws and Dark Essence. Okay, let's just slap down in here. I'll see how hard this thing can hit. Yeah, this thing can two-shot it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if it is brawny, it can still two-shot it. Let's get brawny in here. Yeah, I can still two-shot it, which is insane. What if I don't even run brawny at all? It can still two-shot it.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's insane. Damn, the Vesper is just really good right now. Yeah. That just shows how hard this thing can hit. Yeah, that thing is just so good right now. It also has like Shadow Sprint for priority, Phantom Slash we can hit hard, as Revival for health, and like Sharpen as well to boost its melee attack. This thing's just so good. It's also got high melee bulk, it's got good speed, good melee attack, and obviously a good energy stat with good abilities too. But anyways, I gotta move on. 15 minutes already, goddamn, okay. I've only done like 7 Loomians, okay. Let's get a Zulong in here. I'm actually do a part 2 to this, not gonna lie. Actually, no, just make this a long ass. Good to go. Okay, Zulong's like an A or A+. I really like Zulong. Zulong is so fun to use, especially with the energy orb. Zulong, okay. Zulong, like, when it's, before the balance changes, I probably went like B+ or like A- right back then. But now it jumped up to like A or A+. I think it's gonna be an A right now. This thing just spams Ancient Roar, so it just keeps on dipping and dipping and dipping every time it needs to. Because with Energy Orb, this thing literally, it's a 38 costing Energy Orb, Ancient Roar, which is just insane. It's just running as Toy Noodle with Awakening. I don't want that. I just want like well, technically mine still is Toy Noodle. It's with Dodge, but whatever. This thing has such good coverage with Elemental Burst and Thunder Strike. It hits everything neutral right now. It's just so good. With very nimble, this thing can outspeed Protagon. And actually, I'm pretty sure it can actually one-shot it right now, which is insanely good. And I'm pretty sure it gives Protagon a melee attack boost too, because Zulong's melee defense is way lower than its range defense. This thing, yeah, it's Ancient Roar. You also have Chili Chomp to hit Gas Truck and Flora, which were some really good counters, but also Sedamars, which is it's completely walls this thing right now. And I can also clean up late game really well too. The thing is, it can't like hit too hard. If it hit really hard, this thing would have been like A or S, A+ or S. But this thing doesn't hit too. What did I just do? Huh? What? Okay. I don't know what happened. But it's probably like A or A+ or S if it hit like so much harder. But I feel like this thing is an A right now. It can still hit pretty hard, but for this thing to just hit a little bit harder would have been A+ or S. But I think it's still really good though. And also needs like a setup move, like kind of like Analyze, not like a setup move, but like a way to set up, which kind of makes this Loomian like not as viable as it could have been. But that's what it needs. It doesn't need a kind of range attack. It just needs a more like of a setup move or setup ability, just like Analyze with Protagon. Okay, we're finally done the starters. Let's do Route 1. Okay, you're Route 1. So are you. Get the rocks. You're Route 1. Yeah, you're Route 1 too. You're Route 1. I think you're Route 1. That's it for Route 1, right? Platform, Twiddle, and I think that's it for Route 1. I'm pretty sure that's it for Route 1. Okay. Avatros. I'm gonna give Avatros a B+. This thing can hit really hard, and it also has a really good ability too. It's got a lot of moves such as Body Slam, Thunder Crash, Nosedive, Dodge, Perch, Sharpen, which are just really good. Thunder Strike. Okay, if this thing didn't have Thunder Strike, probably would have put it in B or B-. But I think that's a B+ right now. It can hit a lot of things with Thunder Crash and Nosedive coverage, but it's the only thing can wall it. Like the Monami can still wall it, but you can't hit it with Thunder Crash decently hard. I think this can beat you in 1v1. Actually, I don't think it can. It might. I'm not sure. But it can beat this, but this things that can wall it like this, and this. There's just so many more like this and stuff like that. Actually, no, no, okay. Yeah. But because this thing has Thunder Crash, it can hit most of the metal types that were introduced in this meta too, which is good. So I think this thing's a solid B+. It's also sharp with Sharpen. It has healing move with Perch, but the thing is, things such as Zulong and like Luminami kind of just shut it down a bit. Especially Zulong, because yeah, this thing's mostly gonna make it to late game, so that's the thing. Okay, no, Cinnamoth C+. This thing is way too frail to do anything. It can hit decently hard, but it needs to hit hard enough. It's decently fast too, but again, it's not fast enough. But it does have Gust, but the thing is, when you switch it on the Icicle Traps, then take like half of its health off, so yay, that's fun. And it's just not many things you can counter. There's just so many things that can wall it too. Like Mars can wall it, Luminami can, even Zulong can. Zulong has terrible range defense. I'm pretty sure it can actually wall Cinnamoth. But it does have like Toxic Spores, Snore Spores, which are pretty good. It also has good moves like Life Ring, Feral Blast, Air Blade, but it's just way too frail, which is kind of just holding it down. Okay, Luxor. Luxor is staying in here. Luxor can't do anything right now. It really can't do anything. It's walled by every plant type. What can I say? It can hit to clips, but that's really it. And it can hit a little bit harder, but it can hit, like, it can take out most of the ancient types. But if Zulong predicts swapping in and it goes for Thunderstrike, this thing's getting 2 KO'd. You can be like, oh my god, Gloomfangs, that's a thing? Well, first of all, like 0.1% community has it or something like that. And even with Gloomfangs, this thing really can't hit hard enough to do anything with Gloomfangs, so yeah, this thing is just C-. It's just really bad. Propay, okay. Propay is a B-. This thing tanks so well. It tanks so well. It can take out Garbantis. Oh, let's see, what else? Oh, that's it. It can tank well and take out Garbantis. I like stall out a couple things, such as Luminami, but that's why this thing's good. It can waste a lot of energy, which is a good thing. It's actually a really good thing, actually. This thing can waste a lot of energy. It has a good ability to trap things with Pestilence, has Poison. Also has Dodge to support Pestilence and Poison. It's really good. So I think Propay, I'll probably solid B. Maybe I'll put it in C+. Maybe it's not actually not that good, but I'll put it in C+. It's not too bad. Plus we drop the ETH. It can tank really well. It's better than Cinnamoth in my opinion. Okay, Teclipse. Teclipse is really good, I think. I really like Teclipse. I like using it a lot. I probably get an A right now. Takes out this and this. It can hit everything in the game right now, which is insanely good. Yeah, it can hit everything good. But that alone is just so good because this thing hits hard. Really, this thing hits really hard too. And it's on a really good ability, which can also allow you to run very smart, so you can hit even harder. So it gets Total Eclipse every time it's hit with a Dark Light type move. Its speed goes up by 1 stage, so it can be really fast. It also has like certain moves such as Scapegoat, Disperse, and if you run a Health Amulet, you can negate that Raging Howl and Scapegoat chip. Also run a Light Essence to hit harder with Luminous Roar. You can also run a Typhus Essence to hit harder with Raging Howl, which will also take more recoil, so that's the thing. But yeah, this thing is really good. I'm just trying to make these explanations shorter because this can be a long video. And more people are gonna get bored of it, man. So yeah, I'm a really small channel anyway, so. Okay, Umbra, B+. Okay, when this when it first came out, I probably would put it B-. Because Ferroglyph is probably gonna be really good, especially with the Boulder Blast. But now I feel like it's a B+. This thing can hit really hard. It can check Luminami too, especially with Loomfangs. So I'm pretty sure it can fully just counter Luminami as well. It hits hard with Raging Tackle too, especially with very brawny. And it can also hit to clips now with the Raging Tackle, which is really good. And also Overshadow makes it now hit a bit harder too. I think it's decently fast too. It's got pretty good bulk too. It's way bulkier than Luxor, but Luxor is faster, so yeah. So Umbra's the more defensive of the two. Umbra is way better because, you know, but it's defensive and it can hit harder. Well, it can hit more too. These things are good. I actually think Umbra can hit harder too. Like if you just count their melee attack, okay. Umbra's melee attack might be higher than Luxor's ranged attack. Umbra, okay. Okay, maybe it's not. 96. And also, they're just equal, okay. And be like, okay, that can't hit too hard though. That's what their ability makes them hit hard. And their good coverage and stuff like that. Well, not Luxor's good coverage, but Umbra's good coverage. Coverage? What am I saying? Coverage. I meant stab. Okay, moving on. Oh, okay, well, we're done. Okay, round 2. It's like Gale Forest. Oh, almost a Gale Forest. Wow.
Stupid.
Okay, Cornucopia. Plug my mic. Okay, Cornucopia. Flora. There's a lot of grow axes in there. Show me the good. Where's the good? Okay, you're up there. And you. I think that's it, right? And Aegatros. Well, you're already up there. And Sinmoth, but you're all again already up there. Cornucopia. It's just a worse Sinmoth, really. That's all I can say. It has wing slap, but everybody's probably it's obviously better. That's all I can really say. Cornucopia is just the worst Prope. That's it. That's all I can say. Flora. Flora's not too bad. I hate fighting this thing a lot though. This thing just dodges well and poison and like sap planted, which is so annoying. This thing never dies, kind of ish. But now I do have like Chartiki, which is one reason why this thing is completely shut down, because Chartiki is kind of everywhere right now. It's also Tata, which is everywhere. It completely shuts this thing down. There's so many things that can hit it right now. But the bug plant type is terrible. If I'm being honest, it's a terrible typing, in my opinion. This thing goes really well with stall. Like if the whole meta was like, if literally everything was stall, this thing would have been like an A tier or something like that. But it's like a B tier right now. It can do well with Drain Orb, and, like, Drainage, and the Pierce Ties, Saplat. Combining that with all that combined, you can get a lot of health back, which is good. But this thing's typing is kind of holding it down right now. Okay, Terrify. Poison Barbs are really good right now. I have like nothing for Poison Barbs right now, so like this thing is really annoying for me. This thing's a B tier. Nothing wants to switch out on this thing, otherwise this thing's gonna hit them so hard because it has decent coverage with Parasitize and Wing Flap. But its typing is not that good at all. It's 10 in 100 and this thing's almost dead. I'm sure it can be dead. And this thing sets up Poison Barbs. Poison Barbs are really good right now too. That's the thing. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but I would have been able to say more if this video wasn't so long. Okay. Boulder B. This thing can break through a lot of walls, especially with Eerie Stare, and it can sustain itself with Rejuvenate too. Also has Poison, and it has Venom Chomp and Pierce type, which is an amazing stab. But its typing, which is the same as Terrafly's, so it's, again, bad. So yeah, this thing is also really stall as well. With Rejuvenate and Poison, this thing can stall pretty well. Even though the Pestilence, this thing can stall really well. So this thing's really good. And you can also run Mega Chomp for like, the white types, such as Valkyrie, which completely wall you. Yeah, so I think Soldier's actually not too bad. I may even bump it up to B+. I think Soldier's not too bad at all. I'll put it in like IB. Okay. Route 3. Going on Route 3, goddamn, okay. Hold on, wait, let's put a tier down here. Outer below. Foot. Okay. Borok. Iguana. Who else is in that route? I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Right? Is that it? Or am I dumb? No, I'm not dumb. Yeah, I'm not dumb. Okay, good. I'm not dumb. Okay, Borok, it's really good. Borok can hit everything in the game. Like at one point, then the first when this meta first came out, Borok was an S tier. That's the whole reason it got brought down. All the way to A- right now. This thing can hit a lot, but the thing is, there's just so many counters to it now. Like, this thing's kind of just fell down. But this thing can hit really hard too. It has good coverage. because Earthquake and Mega Chomp are your main hitting moves. Like Mega Chomp can hit like plant types and stuff like that, like stuff that Earthquake can't hit. But stuff that those two moves can't hit, it has a Raging Tackle, which hits really hard, which is types too. I also have Quick Pounce for priority, but the amount of counters this thing has now kind of just brought it down. It's not too many counters. This can kind of wall it now. This is a counter. This is a counter. This is a counter. Yeah, there's a couple more counters, but I just don't want to list them right now. But I think Bark is an A- tier right now. I think it's a good Loomian. Okay, Iguana. I think it's the best counter to use right now, especially if you're running at like a ranged wall. This thing legit resists both of its moves, and Tree Chomp can't hit hard enough to do enough damage to this thing. But the thing is, this Vesperado up here doing like a slap down really hard. This can hit it with Maroon pretty hard. This has like, I don't know, like, actually this thing doesn't have much. This actually has Metal Blast, so nah, I take that back. This thing really walls it. This thing kind of walls it. This thing needs to really counter though. This thing can hit it insanely hard. This thing can hit it hard. So can this. So can that. Yeah. L1s are not too bad. It can counter Zilong, which is a really good thing because Zilong is everywhere right now. But it can counter some stuff. It can counter Lunami, but just hits it hard. You can, if this thing somehow switches in on you, you can, for some reason, switches in on you, you can hit it insanely hard, especially with the male Iguana. With Light Dash, you completely take this thing out. And you can take out Thunder Strike, Gamma Pulse, Thunder Strike, Gamma Pulse, Thunder Strike, Gamma Pulse, or Luster Lead. That's the thing. Thunder Strike, Gamma Pulse, Gamma Pulse. It can hit a lot, but this has some things that can counter it. And it also doesn't have reliable recovery, which is a problem for Himber too. So yeah, that's some good moves like Gamma Pulse, Luster Lead, Thunder Strike, Energize, Magnify, Flash and Flee, and Tase. That's a pretty good moveset, but I think Alcon's like good right now, B+. When this thing first came out, it was like an A or A+. It's really good when it first came out, but I think that's a B+. Okay, that's just, oh my god, there's so many more to go through. Oh my freaking god, okay. Oh, I'm being exhausted, okay. Chartiki, A. Actually, I think this is gonna be the last one we go over. This is probably like a part 1, but we'll do a part 2 next time. So Chartiki is an A right now, maybe A+. I love this thing a lot. This thing has good coverage. There are some things that can counter, like all the fire types can, and Ikazune, but Muck Blast, if you run it, can pretty much you can actually hit all those fire types. This thing has good moves such as Barter. Like it has good recovery with Photosynthesis, Rejuvenate, and Life Drain. Also hit hard. If you don't want to run Life Drain, you can hit hard with Nature's Force. You also have Fire Breath to hit really hard too with stabs. You can like Tab and like Vesperado. Okay, I can't talk. You can hit Vesperado. You can counter this, but this thing can hit you neutral. Maroon. This thing slap downs you. Airblade, Jungle Jutsu. There's a lot of things can hit it. Right now, I'm not saying its type is bad. I'm saying a lot of things can hit it. It can completely counter Protagon, which is a good giving. But yeah, that's all I can really say for Chartiki. I use it a lot. I love Chartiki. I might even put it up to A+. I think I will. I love Chartiki so much. But anyways, that is part 1 of the Loomian Legacy PvP tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this first part, and leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a Discord now, and I'm hosting a tournament. The prize is my secret ability Gun I showcased, and you get the highest role in that Discord. So yeah, there will be better prizes, so hopefully. I'm not rich, okay? Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.